Stills and Garrett will not go this week. The other guys we'll see how come along here today. What do we got?
More like precautionary, or is it?
No, they're not healthy enough to play.
How tough is that for just where they've been this year and where they guys
Yeah, I mean, two guys, part of that rookie class have played a lot of snaps. Dante's been fantastic, really improved a lot throughout the year. And then, Garrett, kind of like Kyler, coming off a knee, a rookie who hasn't played a lot of ball, to pick up everything and play the role that he played. Extremely happy and pleased where he's at. Obviously an ascending player for us. But, it's a hurt to the defense, obviously. We'll figure it out, though.
With all the rookies playing all those snaps all year, how much do you expect that to pay off next year?
Yeah, I mean, reps in games are gold, you know what I mean? So that experience is huge, you know what I mean? So and when I say that is it's learning experiences every snap. So, hey, Danny. The more, they know the tape's your resume, you know what I mean? So you want to get on a tape and then, improve their games, and they can go back and watch all those plays, what was good, what was bad, how do I learn from that, how do I improve moving forward.
What did you see out of Tyreek Smith last week? I know
violence, effort, and violence. We got to get a couple things cleaned up, but he'll be ready to go.
When you can see Kyler's skill set, obviously, but when he's over 2 in the red zone in the first half, had the pick six, for him to come back, sort of mentally in the way he rebounded that second after that, show you something, or what did you see from him?
No, it didn't show me anything, honestly. Just the resilience, and that's kind of been our team, honestly. You know what I mean? That's why we try to preach to those guys. Not preach, it's the truth. Like, don't worry about the last play because it impacts you no way. You guys hear me say, you think about the past, you get depressed. Play the next play, be here now, be where your feet are, all those things. But, everybody makes mistakes, but you got to be able to rebound from it and go out and execute and play at a high level, which is what he does.
Where are you on him running? Do you think he needs to run, make the offense go a certain way, or are you rather?
No, I love the blend of it right now, honestly.
Getting the production out of the receivers in the last game for the first time in about a month. What was the key there as you look back?
Protection. He wasn't really under duress, and then I thought the offense put together a good plan, and the defense kind of dictated where the ball went, and Kyler found the soft spots or the stress points, as I like to say, of each coverage, and guys won one-on-one. So they got open and they caught it.
Are you a believer in winning this week can carry momentum over into
Actually, I told the whole team yesterday, I'm honestly not a huge believer in momentum from week to week because everything starts over from scratch. I am a believer in confidence. So we're looking to go out and win 2 in a row. I know that's in the past, but we want to go out and play well and win. And I'm a believer in that.
There haven't been a lot of sacks, but how do you feel right now about your pressure?
Affecting the quarterback is one of our core, principles on defense. You want to hit and affect the quarterback. I don't think it's a winning stat. I would like to see us affect the quarterback more, but that's just the guys that are rushing. That's the coverage behind it. That's the looks pre-snap. That's execution of all 11 guys. So, yes, that needs to uptick. But I do think at times that we've made the quarterback uncomfortable and make him either play from the pocket or bounce him out of the pocket quicker, faster than he wants. So I do think we're affecting the quarterback in that way, and the sacks will come.
JT's had a really incredible season.
Yeah, he's
played multiple spots for you guys. What have you really kind of learned about?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a versatile piece with a versatile skill set. Everything that you want to me in the modern NFL today, as we sit here today and moving forward, he has that. And he's got fantastic football character. He's a competitor. He loves to practice, loves to meet. PT, I know this, Patrick Toney, his coach, he better be on it in the meeting room because JT has some really good questions and you better have answers or he gets pissed. And I love that about him. You know what I mean? So he's been fantastic. He, just what you said, Bo, he's moved around different spots. He's played different spots with depending who's up, and he's executed at a high level. I mean, he takes the ball away. He's a really good tackler. He's fundamentally sound. He's a hitter. He's not just a tackler. I think he's a hitter. I kind of put defensive guys into two categories. Are you a tackler? Are you a hitter? He's a hitter. And yeah, he's I can't say enough good things about him, obviously.
How do you think Andre has learned from Buda and JT in that room?
Yeah, that's a good one too. I mean, PT's done a really good job with him. I had Andre in Indy and Philly, and I think this was his best year of ball. So hats off to the coaches. He's doing a better job than me. But Andre's another one that has played multiple positions because of, his role. He's played safety, he's played nickel. Obviously he's one of our good fourth down players. His football character's through the roof, extremely intelligent, loves to practice, loves the meet. He's another one you better be on it because he's going to ask good questions. And I think just from a leadership standpoint, because he's been a little bit in this system, I would say. Not that this system is carryover, but there are some principles of it. And he's a sounding board for some other guys, you know what I mean? So he communicates extremely well. He gives his knowledge out, for the betterment of our players. I love Dre.
You like to talk about how there's no substitute for game reps.
Yeah.
So where's throwing these young corners into the fire? Where does that help them specifically?
I mean, learning how to cover when the lights are on. You know what I mean? What they can play in different receivers. I would say the first thing, covering the guys that they're going to cover this week is different from who they covered week 5, week 10. So playing against different receivers, playing in different coverages, what they can get away with, with the refs, what they can get away with leverage, and then just, honestly making mistakes and correcting those mistakes. You know what I mean? Because, guys are going to make mistakes out there, but the key is, can you learn from that and lessen those mistakes moving forward? And every day is every game's a learning experience. They're all different, I think the other thing too is playing at a high level week to week to week to week, playing a new offense. You know what I mean? Different concepts, different things that they like to do. Oh, by the way, how does this guy release versus press when you're outside, inside? How does he play when you're off? All those things. How does he run a curl? How does he run a go ball? How does the quarterback throw the go ball? Where does it hit? Is it loud? All those things. Critical for those guys. You know what I mean? And experience is a legitimate way to grow as a player, and that's what they're getting right now.
On and off the field, how much has James meant to this team and to the coaching staff this year?
It would take too long, Howard. You know what I mean? That much. He. Gosh, I can't even say enough about him, truthfully. He's a captain. The leadership that he provides, how he practices, his emotional stability, as I call it, never gets too high, never gets too low. The way he prepares, what he does, not in the building to get himself ready to play. There's no better example of, hey, there's the blueprint of how to be a pro and be successful and make a bunch of plays, help your team win. That's who he is. And then, just from my standpoint, him being a captain, all those captains, but I've picked his brain a lot. He's helped me a lot. How did the messaging get received? How is it interpreted? How is this getting delivered? How is this hitting the players? You know what I mean? He's got a really good handle on all that. He's come up to me with critical feedback. Hey man, like you went too hard there. You weren't hard enough. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot because of his feedback, and obviously the production speaks for itself. He's one of our premier players, and he's been fantastic this year.
With what happened with the Lions in terms of the reporting, how do you use that as a teaching tool for not just yourself, but your
Yeah, we educate our guys on it. Here's what happened. Here's why it was called. Here's what we have to do to make sure that doesn't happen, and just use it as a learning tool.
Have those pregame meetings with the officials where you kind of explain what you are going to do in some situations, what's that been like for you to kind of go through?
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. You got to be very clear and direct. And then, the guys that come in, then you get a chance to talk to the lead dog on the field before. And then, the refs have been good with me, good communication. It's been a learning experience for me, having to go through that. But I think they know that we don't, how do I say it? There are certain rules out there that people try to take advantage of with gamesmanship, and they know, I tell the team that, like, if you play with fire, you get a chance to get burned. You know what I mean? So those type of things that, understand this is a 50-50 call. You know what I mean? And our guys know that, and they appreciate that. But they have obviously a hard job, and I think they've been good with, have I agreed with every call? No. But, you don't really think about that. But we just try to educate our guys as much as possible.
Last time you faced these guys was October.
Yeah.
And you had said it was kind of, the offense runs through 9, the running back. You still feel like it's pretty similar?
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good player, but they got guys outside too now. So it's a healthy blend of making sure that we corral. I don't think we did a good enough job against 9 last time. Had some explosives. We broke down the cup a couple times, missed some tackles, so we got to be on it. That's part of our winning edge is that guy. But, yeah, he's a very good player. And then there's a blend of that because if you just sell out to stop him, they got some dudes outside that can beat you. So, as always, we got to be on it.
You mentioned Tony a few times. What makes him so effective as a coach?
Who's that?
Tony?
PT?
Yep.
He's really detailed. He's extremely intelligent. He knows how to make it relatable and understandable to the players. He knows exactly the why behind everything that we do. He's probably not a harder worker in the building. And, the players know that ultimately his will to win is for those guys to play well. And that's part about a coach being team first. It's not about him, it's about the players. And they know that.
Any added emotion knowing it's the last practice?
Say it again.
Any added emotion knowing it's the last practice today?
No, we're always emotional. They know, this is for you guys. Our lifeblood is how we practice. So when it's time to go, we got to go. Or we will not have a chance to win. And they know that. So we'll have a good one here in an hour or so. It'll be fun. Who picks the playlist? Who do you think, Josh? I have my hand in it. I'll just say that.
Jonathan, is there anything to play in spoiler this week
Say it again.
Is there anything to play in spoiler this week to a division team?
No, we're trying to win a division game versus a good team that's in the hunt, and we want to go out and play well and win the ball game.
Has there been a balancing for you of the finality of the season coming and
No.
preparing for the game?
No, not at all. Not at all. Same process every week.
Are there any songs on the do not play list?
No. The players have their hand in it too a little bit, but I kind of dictate.
What's the last time you want to be spoiler, though?
No, I don't think that, Bo. I want to coach and play well enough to win every game.